February 1855. Devon, England. A blanket of fresh snow, undisturbed. Or so it seemed. Dawn revealed an impossible sight. A single line not just in one village, but across nearly 100 miles. Over rooftops, through walls, across frozen rivers. What creature or what force could leave such an unbroken inn? Tonight, we delve into one of history's most baffling winter mysteries, the Devil's Footprints, a phenomenon that terrified a county and baffled the brightest minds of the Victorian era. Are you prepared to retrace these phantom steps? Because what you're about to hear will challenge your understanding of the possible. This is a story that chills to the bone. Our story unfolds in the heart of Devon, a picturesque yet often stark region of southern England. The winter of 1855 was particularly harsh, with heavy snowfall on the night of February the 8th. A fresh layer of powder fell, blanketing everything. The world outside was hushed, expectant, unaware of the strangeness the morning light would unveil. Imagine the scene for a moment. Villagers awakening to these bizarre marks, not the tracks of any known animal, but something deeply unsettling, almost diabolical. The prints themselves were baffling. Small, around 4 inches long, often described as cloven, like a donkey's, yet appearing in a single file, one directly in front of. These weren't just a few scattered marks. They meandered through enclosed gardens, courtyards, and even appeared on the other side of high walls, seemingly without disturbing the snow on top. Witnesses claimed the tracks crossed the wide estuary of the River Exe, as if whatever made them simply walked on water. Others found them entering and exiting tiny drain pipes. From Topsham to Lympstone, Exmouth to Teignmouth, Dawlish to Totnes, village after village reported the same phenomenon. The scale was truly staggering. And everywhere they appeared, the description was eerily consistent. A single line, as if made by a biped, but with a strange, unearthly gait. Panic began to grip the populace. In an era steeped in religious belief, the conclusion for many was immediate and terrifying. Satan himself had walked among them. Newspapers like the Illustrated London News picked up the story, publishing eyewitness accounts and sketches, spreading the tale and the terror nationwide. Many descriptions emphasized a cloven or forked appearance to the indentations, further fueling the horrifying suspicion that these were indeed the devil's spoor. Some accounts even suggested the snow around the edges of the prints appeared slightly melted or singed, as if by some unnatural heat. A chilling detail, wouldn't you agree? And yet, despite the vast distances covered and the populated areas traversed, no one reported hearing anything unusual that night. A silent, ghostly passage. Could it have been a colossal hoax to cover 100 miles across such varied terrain in a single night without detection? The logistics are mind-boggling. Beyond the diabolical, other, more esoteric interpretations emerged. Was it some unknown creature? A visitor from elsewhere? The Victorians loved a good spectral tale. Eminent naturalists and scientists of the day, including Sir Richard Owen, were consulted. They proposed badgers, otters, even escaped kangaroos, but none fit all the facts. One particularly inventive theory suggested an experimental weather balloon had dragged an anchor, creating the marks, but over rooftops, through drain pipes. It strained credulity. This is where the story gets truly strange. Were thousands of people genuinely witnessing the same inexplicable phenomenon? Or was it a case of collective suggestion, mass hysteria fueled by fear? Days turned into weeks, and then months. Armed parties hunted for the source. Yet, no animal was caught, no prankster confessed. The perpetrator remained utterly elusive, and then, as suddenly as they appeared, the reports of new tracks ceased. Did whatever made them simply vanish after that single, terrifying night's activity? Now think about this. How does one even begin to scientifically document something that defies all known categories, especially in the mid-19th century? Was this a truly unique event, a freak occurrence? Or could similar smaller incidents have gone unrecorded, dismissed as local folklore before this mass sighting? The truth is, the sheer, unadulterated terror these prints inspired came from their utter inexplicability. No rational explanation offered then, or now, fully satisfies. Perhaps the most chilling accounts were those where the prints led up to a solid wall, or a haystack, and simply continued on the other side, as if matter itself was no obstacle. In the immediate aftermath, doors were bolted, prayers were fervent. The devil's footprints quickly passed from news into legend, a terrifying bedtime story with an all-too-real origin. So what are we left with? Theories of known animals, badgers, otters, even mice, struggle with the single-file pattern and immense distance. Atmospheric effects, too precise. The supernatural, a demonic visitation, offers a narrative but no evidence. A hoax, the scale and consistency make it almost as unbelievable as the devil himself. The devil's footprints of Devon remain one of the most enduring and debated mysteries in the annals of the unexplained. A chilling testament to a winter's night of terror. If it wasn't the devil, and no conventional explanation holds water, then what exactly terrified Devon for those few weeks in 1855? The question still echoes. This case perfectly encapsulates the chilling moment when rational understanding collides head-on with the utterly inexplicable. It reminds us that sometimes the world is far stranger than we imagine. What do you believe stalked the snows of Devon that fateful winter? Share your theories in the comments below. Until next time, keep questioning the shadows.